leave Beverly Hills.
Well, our car
Are you
usually has an
handling
issue,
it?
but we have a rental from Mercedes, so
Yeah,
we're
it's
okay.
I know you don't usually come to this
Our
side
car
of the
starts
tracks.
to cough when it
Oh,
goes on the
shut
other
up.
side of Beverly
Stop
Hills.
it.
Yeah, here's the deal. I know what you said. Everyone's grieving. I think you're right. Okay, I get it.
There's a process.
There's a process, but what
process.
about? Tell me that you don't know. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, at night when the lights are down and no
Yes.
one's looking.
No one's looking.
And she's home, even though it's on the market, Villa Rosa. Isn't the smile as big as the Joker? Doesn't Lisa secretly? She's a producer. She makes a lot of money from the show. I know the kids don't make a lot of money.
Listen,
but isn't
whether you
Lisa
make-
like
whether-
shutching?
Of course, yeah, I
shutching?
think so. I think
Whether
so.
you make a lot of
Yeah, I
money
think so.
or not, I think there's characteristics in humans that you have to respect. And I think
True.
you have to, especially after COVID, I think a lot of people forgot the intimacy and the compassion, empathy, and to really get to know people for who they are instead of just a text message and a fake Instagram post that they've just put on with all the
Instagram's the
airbrushing that they
worst.
do, right?
The worst.
The reality
I
of
don't
life,
airbrush, honey. Go on.
Well, the reality of life
I
should
airbrush.
be
You do.
back to the connection of what people do with each other. Does that make sense?
Right.
And
It
everybody
does.
grieves. Listen, maybe Sandoval was grieving over something too and did what he did. Maybe Rachel was just the person that was available there or was in a different
You don't
place
think
where
this
she
is
could
love?
do it.
Okay, Paul,
How
I'm
could
sorry,
you-
but David, I do agree with you because I feel like from the producer standpoint, they're excited about this because this is great for the show. It's great for ratings. It's great for sponsorship. Yes, I do think Lisa is enjoying
But
the
it
moment.
doesn't.
I'm
I
just
do.
being honest. Like I'm not
listen,
coming for her.
The money,
I mean,
the money thing is not the same thing as the human thing.
True.
There's a huge difference too.
yeah, I know.
And listen, in a working relationship, you have colleagues and you have friends within those colleagues that you hang out with further than lunch. You invite them over to your house for dinner. You celebrate birthdays and Thanksgiving.
And that's how Lisa feels
Christmas.
about these kids.
Lisa has been with these kids all these years.
She has, actually.
These kids have built the business. They're the backbone of her business. I've never seen Lisa in the kitchen slinging some chicken to try to get it to the dinner table. These kids are there really, like I said, Scheana was a hostess at Villa Blanca.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
she was on Vanderpump. So
She was.
she was there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when you have that
I
relationship,
have. There's no slant
it's
to this
different.
question. I'm just
No,
asking.
It's just different. I don't know whether if she's smiling about that. I'm sure she's also hurting for the human aspect of it. You
I think so.
you
She
have to have
seemed
a
upset.
heart.
I mean,
think
they
you could have
stopped her.
both.
You have
You
both
could have
emotions.
both.
You
You could have
absolutely
both.
could have both emotions.
I mean, what? Another $2 million in her back pocket is going to help her get what? 3 more Rolls Royces for what? It's irrelevant at that
Bentleys.
point.
She drives a Bentley.
Or should
I'm
buy
so
another
sorry.
horse.
No,
Um,
I saw her in the Rolls the other day.
The house. She did seem upset. They stopped her and they said, Raquel checked into a mental facility. You saw that? I don't know if you
Yeah, I
saw
saw
that.
something about that.
And,
yeah.
and Lisa was upset.
Yeah.
The house is on for sale. Villa Rosa, her house.
Well,
Somebody
she
said
probably
that.
has to
Somebody said
upgrade or downsize. I mean, we're going to downsize to 12,000 square feet because it's too much.
Downsizing is I've downsized in my life. Downsizing is the way to go. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not
What do you
kidding.
mean
you.
we're downsizing?
Now I'm
To
upsizing.
12,000, it'll be fine.
How much square feet do you have?
God.
I don't even know where you guys live. I know you live up in the hills somewhere. What else could we talk about here? Anything like what else is? This wasn't necessarily meant to be all about the Scandoval. This looks like a lot of questions.
Yeah,
that's
you never
really
even
not,
asked me
I
about
like what
anything
else
about
are we
my
were
life.
going to talk about?
What about my other friends? All the dresses that I make for all these beautiful women that come into the store.
Peppa from Salt and Peppa
Oh
for
my
the
God.
Grammys.
I mean, okay, you did
Peppa
that.
is
I like.
so amazing.
He did Egypt Chris's gown
Egypt
from
is so
Growing Up Hip Hop.
amazing.
Her wedding
Okay,
gown. And
who
she was
else?
8.5
months pregnant. He did the gown
I
for her.
know. That was on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Who else?
She looked like a beautiful bride walking
Yeah.
down.
I
the
asked
aisle.
you this last
look,
time.
Cynthia Bailey's dress.
If I told you the scandal that was going on
Oh,
at Egypt
God.
Chris's on Growing Up Hip
Is it as
Hop,
big as the Scandoval?
oh, it was so big.
when the producers decide to bring that out, trust me, I'll be going through grief too.
We need a new reality show for your good friend, Adrian Maloof.
I love Adrian.
Oh, Adrian's
Let's find.
amazing.
Does she care?
She's
Does she
like
wanna
an
be back
OG.
on TV?
I don't know if she wants to be. Well, okay.
I
so-
think she should go on Ultimate Girls Trip.
well, let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
why?
No,
Actually-
no. Let's not talk about it. I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
When her episode comes out, which is in the next week,
Of your
Undressed,
podcast.
yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
we
that's
already
right. We
taped.
did. Yeah, we shot
There's
that.
a lot of questions that we asked her that I think you're going to want to know, and most of them are going to surprise you. The answers are going to surprise you.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason why they're going to surprise you is what you think you know about Adrian Maloof, and the intimate moments we've shared with Adrian Maloof. When we sit on that couch at Undressed at the boutique, you see different sides of people, the intimacy, just like we're hanging out right now.
Yeah.
And you're able to share. You're gonna get the answers that you're now asking us.
Right.
Why
And
doesn't
But I'm gonna
he?
let you tune into it.
And you know what else he does too? What else we do on our podcast, which is really fun, is
I
we
was
do
there.
We do a thing called Runway Rundown,
Yes.
Oh, I was in
where
that
we
part.
critique all the fashion,
When I read your coffee cup, right?
and he reads the Armenian coffee cups at the end of
And
every
you
episode.
you do
I
read
did
that.
it for Adrian.
Yeah.
You also politely pointed out that I haven't been on enough red carpets, so therefore you played a game with me of Ozempic or no Ozempic.
Yes.
Considering
Look at
I'm
how
now-
skinny you are. Your freaking ass, like it's wasting away. You're so skinny.
When I started Ozempic, the first thing I asked my doctor before I got on the Ozempic, I said, "Listen."
Which is my doctor. I referred
Yes.
to. You're welcome.
But I went to my other doctor,
Oh,
my
excuse
plastic
me.
surgeon.
Oh, okay.
And I said, if I do Ozempic, am I going to lose my Brazilian butt lift?
Yes.
Because I was really worried about
No,
that.
no.
And he's like, no, you're good.
Really?
You're good.
I want to tell you one more.
I have a friend in the Hamptons who I haven't seen.
Yes,
'cause
tell
I
us
haven't
how
been
rich
there.
you are and how many homes you have.
Okay, listen.
Just go ahead. Let's talk
the
about you,
point-
David.
the-
Home in the Hamptons.
Listen to me.
Wait,
Trust
no,
me.
no,
Don't
you know
even get
what?
these listeners started. They
Wait, you
they
know
roll
what?
their
All
eyes.
your
my
listeners,
They all
apartment's
hate
in
me.
New York City.
Listen, shut
all
up.
your listeners need to come to listen when you're being interviewed on our podcast.
It was great.
I'm
I
now,
had a great
I'm
time.
now in
They come in-
Hollywood on the 12th floor overlooking the Hollywood sign.
The 15th floor, sweetheart.
I see. I'm at the
12.
Jardine. I see the Hollywood sign when I just opened the drapes. When they listen to you,
I don't put the drapes down. I
God.
leave them
when
off.
they listen to you, they're gonna get a different side of you that I
That's
don't
true.
think that they hear here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna touch one
I
more
never-
point on Adrian.
People think I talk about myself. I don't talk about myself. I talk about myself, but nothing. You don't know nothing.
But you know what?
about
We
me.
got you to talk about
You
yourself
did. You did
on our podcast.
You did.
and
Yeah.
you said a lot of things that if you go back to, you
Oh,
wish you
God.
probably maybe didn't.
Probably,
Oh.
of
Yes.
course. Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah.
But going back to Adrian Maloof, just
Talk
to
to me.
touch on one thing, when I read your coffee cup, and I said things that you recognized to be true.
Yes.
I don't know. So I'm reading what the grinds are telling me. I did the same for Adrian.
And it's accurate.
I'm
going to
tell you something. When I read Adrian's, I was a little intimidated to do so
Yeah.
because she's a beautiful woman. She's got a beautiful
She's-
life, and she is the real deal.
Yeah.
So when you go to Adrian's house, you're an invited guest.
Right.
That means you are in the know, right?
Is she in that same house she was on the show?
The
Yeah.
second
The
one.
one
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
from Lisa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Vanderpump? Okay.
So when I read her coffee cup,